Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Coast to Coast. We're your hosts, LV Raider 10, and myself, 401 Raiders.
What up, everybody? What's up?
So, how you doing today?
Good. Chilling today.
You ready for this weekend's game after last week's debacle?
I don't know, honestly. We talked about it yesterday. I think it's going to be a pretty tough game considering that the Colts have kind of turned it around and found a successful way to win games. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle, I think, for the Raiders.
Yeah, unfortunately. We do have a special guest coming on with us. He'll be here in a moment. As you saw it in the thumbnail and in the description, it's Mike from Raiders Against the World. He'll be coming on momentarily with us. As soon as he comes in, we'll bring him right up on screen here. But let's check in and let's see who's spending the evening with us for a little bit here tonight. We've got Jason Downs. Let's see. He wants to know if this is a call-in show. No, it's not. Let's see.
The
Chewy's
phone
in the
lines
house.
are not open.
Yeah, our lines are shut down. What's up, Chewy? How we doing?
What up, man?
Daniel Berry's popped in. What's up, Daniel Berry?
What's up, Daniel Berry?
Nightbot's here too, see? So
Freaking
make
Nightbot.
sure you guys get over to Nate's channel. Again, LV Raider 10. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification, hit the subs, show the boys some love. You know, he's been my day one guy over here. We've been together for just over a year now doing this. And definitely, have you ever gone back and watched any of those old shows from last year?
I haven't actually. No,
You should, because it's like, I think it's night and day between not so much our chemistry, because I think our chemistry was pretty good from the get-go, but I think just the way we are and the way we convey our information and what we want to say on the screen, like how more confident we are. Because the first few shows, I didn't know what the hell to fucking do. You know, I just went in there and just talked. You know, didn't even know half the shit I was even going to say. But Raider Paul's in the house. Hit him up with
Raiders.
What up, Paul? What up, Paul?
Detroit God's here too. What's up, my brother?
Detroit guy. What's up, man?
You know, I got to mention something to you, Nate. I didn't know you did a video from the Boston trip until yesterday.
Right.
For some reason, it popped up yesterday, and I'm like, son of a bitch, this was 2 weeks ago when he put this out there. So I sat here and I watched the whole thing right away, and I watched it a second and third time too. And I said to Dawn, I'm like, hey, I said, go to Nate's channel. I said, you know, so she looked it up, and so she started watching it too before she had to go out tonight. And dude, that thing is awesome. The way you
thank you, appreciate that.
I'm telling you right now, I want to use that as an advertisement for next year. You know, with the footage that you have of downtown Boston and the things that we did while we were there, if that's not going to help hook people to want to come to that game, man, I don't know what would. I think I want to definitely spend some time talking with you once the season's over and we start getting ready to stop promoting it.
Right.
Have you definitely work with me and you put something together with that, because I think that would be killer.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, if it's like a 5-minute long video, doesn't have to be super long. I don't want it to be super long. I want it so we hook them right away on it.
Right.
You know, because I think that was just perfect. Absolutely blew my mind when I started watching. I'm like, how the fuck did I not know he did this? I'm like, God damn it.
And I was worried that I didn't have enough footage, to be honest.
Dude, that was perfect. I think the length overall for what you were trying to do with it was perfect. I mean, it's a lot to cram into that kind of time frame, but you did it. You definitely did it. And you really didn't leave anything out. I mean, the one thing that you did leave out was the Thursday night in the cigar bar, but it was so dark in there anyway. Nobody would.
That's why I didn't. Yeah, that's why I didn't.
I mean, I know you had it with you because we had footage, you know, prior to that outside. But it was just so damn dark in there. You'd have to use a light, and they didn't like the owner and
Right.
The manager and the bouncers, they didn't like the light, so they
Right.
liked it dark.
Yeah, that's why I didn't end up doing it that night. But like you said, I had it and I had my light on there too, but they were being like weird about it. So
What's up, Bueno?
what up, what up?
Yeah, anybody that's in the chat that hasn't seen it, get over to his channel and make sure you see his it's about a 20 minute plus, like right around the 20
Around
minute
there.
mark long video of his trip out here to New England and to Boston and Providence and everything. It's definitely well worth the watch. I mean, it made me want to go back up to Boston again, to be honest with you, because I mean, I didn't realize how much shit you guys did while you were up there. You know
Yeah,
how
we
much
did a
walking
lot.
around, and I'll tell you what, even the footage you have of your time in Providence, even though it was kind of like only like one day that we were really in Providence,
Hmm.
dude, you hit the highlights of it. You hit some good shit in Providence too.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was good. Hollywood makes an appearance in there too, just so you all know.
Yep, that's right.
I make an early appearance, a side view of me in the front seat of the car leaving the airport. You know, and I do like the fact that you got video of um, the oil tank out there.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because after I explained it to you about what that that blue image on there is supposed to look like Ho Chi Minh, that was the whole thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
What's
had
up,
no
Ardell?
clue, but apparently it was like a big thing, so I had
Yeah,
to
it's
get
like
it.
an icon. Is that
The pumpkin.
That's the pumpkin one?
Yeah. Isn't really.
Oh my god, it smells good though.
Yeah.
How's it taste?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silver and black coffee, everybody. Ooh, man, that is actually good. Is that the pumpkin one?
That's the pumpkin.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm almost positive I opened up the pumpkin.
Yeah, you better go double check. 'Cause I don't think that's the pumpkin. I think that's the regular one because it tastes damn good.
Let me leave that there just in case.
It doesn't.
Is it better than crack?
Wow, that tastes really good. Yeah, that came in today. I got my silver and black coffee today. So make sure you guys get over to Silver and Black Coffee and help a brother out with Max and small business Raider fan. You did? Wow, I like it. It's actually pretty damn good.
Overpowering.
No, it's not. What's up, Raider Des? Can we just trade for Milrow or Sanders? Oh, God, no.
No thanks.
Yeah, it's not overpowering. So
Just wait. It's coffee. She's not making me food.
who said that?
It's close enough. Ardell says he's always making him good food.
Yeah.
Arnie's in the house too. What's up, Arnie?
Nope, it's coffee tonight.
Arnie hitting the question right away, trying to fill time here before Mike comes in. What is your confidence level in Stone at left tackle? Can we go into the negatives? It ain't going to be a positive number. I don't like it at all. That's my overly concerned issue going into this weekend's game.
Yeah.
What's your feeling?
Yeah, same. He played right tackle for the majority of what I seen in Seattle, and if he struggled out over at right tackle, he was one of the worst graded right tackles in the league when he played over there. He's gonna definitely struggle at left for sure. So it's gonna be tough to see how we kind of combat that injury situation, and how well he plays is, I think, is gonna be the biggest thing. But as we've seen so far, Chip Kelly hasn't been very creative with the play calling, so I doubt he's going to do anything crazy to try to negate that weakness. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do. I don't know if we're going to do anything. I think we're just going to continue to play the same game plan, and I don't know if that's the right way to go about it, but I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I agree. Rated Des, the coffee, it's awesome. I thought it tasted absolutely wonderful. And I'm not a pumpkin spice fan at all. It's actually pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie. It was good. Arnie, another question here. When do we get Geno Smith When do we get Geno Smith for most improved player year? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean now. I don't know if that option's even available this year. Seriously. You want my honest opinion on Geno? I don't have a problem with Geno other than obviously his interceptions. But the thing with him is until we can secure the protection up front for him, and now we've got a tall task ahead of us this weekend.
Yeah.
Bringing Forsythe in there as the left tackle, and especially with Parham on the left side, I wouldn't be surprised. I said this last night on the Raider Connection. If it comes out like it's a game time thing where they moved either JPJ to left guard to give a little bit more help on that left side, or something I came up with, I thought about now too, is what if we do more runs off the right side? Because Glaze is definitely going to be the better tackle right out of the two if we move him over. So let me just see here.
I think we're going to go down the middle more because Parham didn't have a bad day blocking as far as the run blocking against the Bears. So I think that's what we're going to go, just right down the middle. And we have not been able to block down the middle. A lot of the times it's Meredith missing blocks and people getting right into Genty's face as soon as the ball's handed off.
Yeah.
I hope that's not what happens here because obviously last week we got him outside of the tackles and he had a lot of success, but I don't know. We'll see.
I see it, Mike. Give me 1 second and bring you right up. Arnie, I'm hoping Grant plays soon. So let me just hit the rest of the chat and then we'll bring Mike on the show here. What's up, All Eyes? What's going on, man?
What up, All Eyes?
Army, 82nd retired. Well, thank you for your service, brother. I appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, I wish they were still in Oakland. Obviously, a lot of fans do. We weren't going to get a field up there, new stadium. Let me see who else is here before we bring Mike up. All right, let's bring him in. Oh, whoa, what the hell just happened with that? What's up, brother?
What up, man?
What's going on? Jeff, what's going on, LB?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, bro. Good. Just busy, brother. Just, doing my thing, man. What's good with you guys?
Same shit. Trying to stay busy. I got plenty of shit to keep me busy, which is good.
Yeah. No, I seen a couple of remarks about moving back to Oakland and wish we were in Oakland. I think we all wish that. I think we all wish we were still in Oakland, but the reality is, it's been 5-6 years now. We're in Vegas. Like you said, we're going to get a stadium in Oakland.
Nah,
it's unfortunate. They lost all their teams. The A's are coming to Vegas now as well. But we got to make it our own. I mean, it's taking more time in Vegas to be Oakland-ish. I really want to call it. It would never be Oakland.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Fan.
No, that's in your. You know what? In all honesty, that's my biggest regret of being a Raider fan is that I never got to get to Oakland while they were still in Oakland. I just could never swing it. I could just never do it, and I wish that's one thing I did get to experience was the Oakland mystique of being in that stadium and and knowing what it was really like to have 100% home field advantage. 99.9% of the time. Because we all know we don't have that in Vegas right now. We're working towards it, between all the different collaborations between, the Black Hole and organizations like yourself, Raiders Against the World, and all the different Booster Club chapters that are trying to do what they can to, get fans to come to Las Vegas, to be there for these games. The Monday night home opener, you were there, we showed up. The fans showed up. They did what was asked of them is to show up and be there. Unfortunately, the team didn't show up as much as they should have, But then this weekend, we were right back to the same thing again, where the away fans were outnumbering us, So it's tough. And again, we're still a victim of the product that gets put on the field is what attracts the fans. And it makes us being in charge of organizations difficult too. Because it's hard to keep fans engaged, You know, how do you do it with your organization, Mike?
Well, first, I want to say, I'm not bueno. What up, man? Thanks for tuning in. You know what? I just keep it going, man. I keep it moving. You know, with all the letdowns from, you know, all the games that we know we're anticipating. Oh, like that Monday night game. Like we got off a big win from Boston. You know, the home opener. We're there. You know, MOB. We're, you know, we won a Blackhawks. Raider Nation. Like I said in one of my videos, I've never seen that many Raider fans in Vegas for a game ever since I've been in Vegas. Since we've been in Vegas, I've been going to all the games. You know, since we've been in Vegas. I don't go to all the games, but I go to definitely the home openers and the main games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was phenomenal. It was awesome to see. You know, we're like, you know, we're all pumped and hyped, and then the letdown happened, and then Gino throws 3 interceptions, and we're like, what the hell? First play of the game, and it's like, you know, it's gonna be the same old Raiders. You know, the last, I don't know what up is the home openers. The last few home openers, we just look like shit, you know, and it's like that just carries on to the next week after that, and it's like, what the hell, you know? But the fans are definitely trying to do their part. I believe we are. But like you said, here we go, the Bears game. You know, we watched the game. You know, we hosted an event at Soli's. Nate,
I think he lagged out. Yeah.
He was with us hanging, and we didn't see Raider Nation. You guys there?
Yeah, you kind of lagged out there, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at the game. Everybody's looking at the game, and I seen about, you know, 60-40, maybe, you know, 65, you know, 35, you know, Bears compared to the Raider fans, you know. And I don't think it was because we lost the week before. I don't understand it, you know. And I'm gonna be at the Titans game, you know. Whoever's gonna go to the Titans game, hopefully, you know, Raider Nation shows up. You know, I know, you know, that it's typical to make to these games. You know, it's Vegas. I know it could be, you know, various things that people don't want to go or can't go, but, you know, I'm going to do my part. I hope Raider Nation is going to do their part. And definitely, you know, we got the road game first. You know, obviously we need to get that big W over there. I believe we get that big W. I think a lot of people are going to be like, hey, we're going to the Titans game in Vegas. You know, we'll be there. I got a lot of people going. I said, my boy Cheeto, it's his birthday, so we're going to be supporting him and supporting him. Other couple of good friends of mine, that's their birthday too. But, you know, we just got to keep it consistent, you know. And I believe one day we are going to be, you know, all blacked out, like completely blacked out in Oakland. You know, I'm praying and hoping, but like I said, that's why I created MOB, Movement of Blackout, so we can all get together and try to make this happen. And you're right, Jeff. The home opener was phenomenal. I mean, you've seen it on the stadium, you've seen it in the game. People that are watching it from home. I was in the stadium. It was rocking, man. We're just pumped up, and
I mean, you could feel it. Awesome. You could hear it, and
Oh, no, definitely.
Mike, real quick before we go any further, can you do me a favor? I just noticed it. Your TV's on in the background, and it's got the game on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can either move over a little bit so it's not in the screen, just so it doesn't nail us for copyright because the game's physically showing behind you. I don't mean to be a dick, but I don't want the channel getting shut down.
No. I'll change the game. Yeah, I'll put something else on.
Sorry.
It's the Niners and Rams.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, why am I seeing it out of the corner of my eye matching up perfect with because my TV's off to my right here, and I'm like,
oh, yeah. I was watching the Rams and Niners a little bit, and I'll throw around the I'll just, you know, shut it down.
That's all right, man.
Hey, screw them.
Well, you know what is
that's not our team anyway.
You know, you and I have talked quite a bit, you know, since the schedule came out, and, you know, trying to help plan for stuff, and I see what you do with your organization, what you're trying to do. And Nate saw it firsthand out here in New England when you guys both came out for the game. You know, it's things like you doing what you did, you know, promoting that week 1 game in New England and helping bring the fans out here and giving them things to do while they were out here. And, you know, you took charge of what you wanted to do, and we were involved together. And, you know, and it's tough to try and do that week in and week out. You know, like, you've got another big event coming up, you know, that you're trying to, again, bring Raider fans together that you're a part of. So why don't you go ahead and explain what's going on this weekend? And I've got your Facebook page up for Raiders Against the World. I've got the video ready to go, so I can pop it on the screen whenever you want me to play it. I can play that 40-second video for you too.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Yeah, like I said, this weekend is you know, there's probably a lot of things going on. You know, probably a lot of watch parties going on here in Cali, United States. We're going to be in Rosarito, man. We're going to be supporting the homie Baja Huevo Loco, and we're going to go down to Rosarito. We're taking over Papas and Beer. Big takeover, Raider Nation, MOB, the movement of blackouts. We're going to have a lot of chapters from various states in Mexico. I believe Huevo Loco was telling me Mexico City, I believe Monterrey, I believe Jalisco, and a couple other states in Mexico. We're all going to meet up at Papas and Beer, and we're just going to black it out. We're going to black it out. It's an event on Saturday. I believe it's from 12 to whatever it ends. It's Mexico. Yeah. So got a lot of performers coming on. I believe Lincoln Kennedy is going to be there, showing up. And Raider Nation is going to show up, man. Show up to show out. It's going to be super
dope.
Lincoln
Kennedy's going to be there?
Kennedy's going to be there. Yes, he's going to be there.
Shit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's super dope. He's super cool people. And like I said, a lot of performers are going to be there. I don't want to give any, misinformation, but you can tune in to Baja Huevo Loco's Facebook under Raider Nation United. If you want to see more the activities going on, I believe he has like discounts for the hotels close by Papas and Beer. He's really got this thing going. I think he's been doing it a couple of years now. And, I was going to go, like I told you Jeff earlier, I was going to go just go as a fan. And he reached out and we talked and hey, it's going to be dope. I'm going to be, they're supporting him and supporting Raider Nation, and hopefully the fans could come out. Like I said, it's Saturday. I know we're not too far. I live in Riverside. I think it's about a 2.5 hour drive down to Rosarito from where I'm at. Maybe Saturday. Yeah, Saturday's the event, and then
that was me. I did that. I just opened up my phone real quick, and that popped up. Sorry.
So I'm super humble and blessed to be part of what's going on down there, and then also the game is going to be at 10 a.m. Papas and Beer. Like I said, we're taking it over, man. We're gonna block it out, and that's gonna be super dope. And hope us being there, and like I said, all these other clubs are gonna be there. It's just gonna be phenomenal. And like I said, there's probably a lot of watch parties going on, and if people can make it, man, head out there. If you can make it out there, and that's a little drive. But I said, check out his Facebook. Said Raider Nation United, Baja Huevo Loco, and he has a lot of stuff on there. If you're looking, what can I get a room, or how can it's all there, man. And he's making it, I think it's the 30th he was telling me, but it's going to be super dope. Like I said, nice. Everybody's going to show up. And I believe MC Raider's going to be, and Cheeto Lions is going to be doing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was going to say to the chat, there's going to be a couple people there that you all know, and that's going to be Cheeto Linus and MC Raider. They're both going to be going live from that event, also doing a podcast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So make sure you guys stay tuned in on Cheeto's Facebook page, not Facebook, YouTube channel, so you can watch that when he goes live during the event too. So make sure you guys tune in and check that out, because you'll be able to see what's going on too. So that'll be a cool thing too.
Yeah, want me to be live?
Want me to put the video up now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and put the video up. That's cool.
Okay.
Just win, baby.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, 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 yo, up, yo, up, yo, building, up, yo, up, yo, up, yo, building, up, yo, up, yo, up, yo, building, up, yo, up, yo, up, yo. All I do is win.
Weird. That's it,
so
man.
that is this Saturday, October 4th, Papas and Beer in Mexico. Rosarito, right?
Yep, Rosarito, Mexico, right there.
Yep.
Right by the beach. Papas and Beer is like right there. The beach is right there. You can go to the beach. There's so much stuff to do out there. I believe if you're going to show up Friday night, there's the Boom Boom Club. They're going to be hosting an event there too. Whoever's showing up early Friday night there, I'm planning to get out there. Hopefully, early, not early Friday because some things came up, but hopefully get there sooner than later. But Friday for sure, and join Raider Nation there, and start the party and start the United going on. Whoever's showing up, the clubs and just fans, it's going to be super dope. And then, like I said, the game, 10 o'clock, sharp AM, versus the Colts. That's going to be a tough game. But I have confidence. I know I'm like, and it's in Indy, so everybody that's in Indy too. There's a lot of people that are going to Indy, like you're saying earlier, Jeff. Hey, go block it out, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
I wish I could be in Indy too, but like I
Mhm.
said, a lot of things going. A lot of my good friends are going out there too to Indy, so it's going to be dope. But this big win will definitely, revive us. Right now we're on the oxygen tank right now. Hopefully this big win will revive us. The week after that we got Titans. Seems like a winnable game.
Too. We're on life support right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
So I mean, I look at it like this: if we win this weekend, we win against the Titans. We're 3-3 heading to KC. And the last couple of times at KC, we played them tough, man. We should have won last time we played them. Little botch snap, whatever you want to call it, JPJ or kind of whatever. Doesn't matter. That was last year. This is this year. So got a lot of football, guys. Got a lot of football, Raider football, and Raider Nation. Hey, it's still a long season. We're 5 games in. It'll be 5 games in this weekend.
Mhm.
So we're going to be there, man.
So anybody that hasn't done it already, that's the Instagram link for Mike's organization, which is Raiders Against the World. That's their logo. So that's because you just switched that over recently, right? That logo. Like,
yeah. We just still Raiders Against the World acronym for Raiders Against the World. RAW. That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Raw Nation official. I'm my logo now. My skull right there, and so it's
because you
well,
changed that because it used to be not with the swords, but it used to be just that one, correct? Just the shield with Raiders Against the World.
No, it was original. It was Raiders Against the World, and then I messed around. I did the Against the World. Nate was part of that photo shoot, right, Nate?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
I did a
sir.
little photo shoot promoting Against the World. And then decided to go with Raw Nation.
Is that the one where him and Leah were in thongs for?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, that's funny. But like I said, it's been awesome since week 1. I'm glad we all got to go to Boston. And if you guys didn't go to Boston this year, next year Boston's gonna be even bigger and better, man. It's gonna be badass. I know you guys seen, man. That's only win so far. The Boston win,
3 of us here that got to see them win, and Will's in the chat, so we'll get to see him too.
Yeah, that was so dope. So looking forward to that next year.
I said it to Dawn yesterday. It was Wednesday before we went on our Raider Connection show. I said, damn, it's already been 5 weeks. 5 weeks ago, we went and picked up Nate and Callista at the airport. I said, God damn, it seems like it was still yesterday, but it's like it's already been a month. It's been longer than a month already. It's like shit. One win in the entire month of September. 1 win, 4 games.
Insane.
September's done. October, here we come.
Yeah.
Looking for hopefully 4 wins this month. And I know our Raider Nation, is going to be standing right there, man. Like we've always been, like we've been doing. Win, lose, or tie, we're always there. And hopefully, Pete and like I said, Pete said, it's time to compete. Let's go, Pete. It's time to compete, man. Get these guys going. Put the players in the right positions. Finally got JPJ back on the field. He's a freaking dog. He's a monster. It showed last week how much we need JPJ in there. As well as probably another lineman. I'm not too fond of Parham. You know that, Jeff.
No, I don't think any of us are. Ask Nate. I mean, last season when we did our Raider Connection show, and when him and I would do this show here too, the Coast to Coast, I was always ripping on Parham. I was relentless when it came to him. You know what? While we got you on, Mike, let me ask you this: what was your overall take on this past weekend's game? I want to hear what you think was the good things, the bad things. I want to hear your take on it.
Well, right at the top, the line did better, a lot better than the past weeks, right? Because obviously JPJ started. Kappa, he should have sit the bench for the rest of the year. He shouldn't even see the field, if you ask me. Even if somebody gets hurt, bring somebody else in, because he didn't do us any justice at all. So the line did better. Genty, right? Number 2, our first overall pick, right? People are ragging on him. Oh, he's going to be a bust. And No, he's not going to be a bust. Finally, they let him go back to his old stance, the Michael Myers stance, the Halloween, the boogeyman stance, whatever you want to call it. He calls it the boogeyman. And look at him. He just performed, and breaking tackles and showed that speed and and in out the backfield, caught 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's what we drafted him for, to make him a workhorse. And I still think we should have ran him another 4 or 5 times. Get the ball to Gino's hands, not have him make a play. When he's threw those 2 picks, I'm like, no, just give it to Genty. But definitely the running game was a highlight for me. Obviously, the defense, Max, had a phenomenal game. I mean, shit, he couldn't have played any better, right? I mean, damn. So, Max definitely did step up to the plate, and I think moving forward, he's just going to be a monster. He's on a mission. He wants to get those wins, man. So, definitely the line, and then obviously, Genty, and then, Max, our defense could still be improved. Our corners are still weak. There's a lot of wide open guys still again. I don't know if it's the guys or I don't know if it's the defense that's being called, the zone defense, or even at the end, the prevent defense. Well, the prevent defense prevents us from winning the freaking game.
Yep. I've always said that. That's exactly what prevent defense does.
They did blitz. They did blitz, a little more. I like the blitz. So, hey, go with what's working, The guys
Hey, Ty, we get a sack.
Yes, exactly. The
quarterback ran into him, but he still got a sack.
Hey, what's up, Chad Lawrence? So, like I said, at the end of the day, it's like, we're there. We're like, and then if you see there's a freaking guy not being blocked, a special team, call the damn timeout, Pete. Call the timeout. Hey, I see this guy, he has an angle, or I see him. I'm like, it doesn't look good. I was like, they could have been more aggressive on 3rd down before we set up for the damn 53-yarder. Why not, be more aggressive, throw down the field, a little play action or something, not just go up the middle with Genty. Everybody knew it was coming. It's like, you can't depend on the run, on the kicking game for Carlson. He's a great kicker, but damn, got to be aggressive in that situation. I just thought it was very, very, the play calling, I think Chip Kelly can mix it up too, but then again, it's like Gino just keeps throwing these freaking interceptions. I guess there's the same pattern.
Yeah, he's forcing it, and he's forcing it to Jacoby all the time. That's 2 out of those 3 interceptions were forced. He was forcing it to Jacoby. We got 2 questions in the chat, Mike.
The opener, he forced it to Jacoby too. Yeah. So they're looking for that. I mean, teams, they're not stupid. They watch film too. So get away from Jacoby. Michael Mayer's back.
Get it to Bowers. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker. Or even Besh. I mean, somebody you're not expecting, right? Or Thornton.
Shit. Well, they said Besh is going to be more involved this week, so let's see how true that is, So, Mike, we got 2 questions for you in the chat. First, Will wants to know if you're coming to the Denver game in Denver.
I don't know. Well, what's up, Will? How's it going? I'm still debating, man. November's going to be a busy month for Raw Nation Official, and we're going to be doing our tailgate of the year. Everybody knows that. Shorty and Raw Nation Official, Lot W against the Cowgirls, November 17th. Everybody come out. We still got tickets for sale. Come on out. DM Shorty on his page, on his IG page, and he'll give you all the details. So it's going to be badass. I said Lot W. We're raffling off, I believe, 2 70-inch TVs. We're going to have performers. Nice. We're going to have phenomenal food, drinks, the whole shebang, tailgate of the year.
How much does it even go for? God damn.
So I know we're doing that for sure. I know we're going to be doing LA. We're going to be going to LA. We're going to be partnering up with IE Family, Booster Club over there against the Chargers in LA. We're going to be part of their tailgate. So we're doing that. Possibly might be hosting the Cleveland Browns game at an event, a watch party. Not sure yet. We're looking at a couple of venues. Possibly back at Soldy's. Not sure yet. Nate was at Soldy's.
Soldy's was dope.
Soldy's was dope. And then I believe what's before that? And then in between that's that Thursday night game, right? That's the Thursday night in Denver. Mm-hmm. So we got a little break.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about the Thursday night game. So you got the Denver game, and then we got like 10 days before we play the Cowgirls, should I say, Cowgirls. Yeah. So, November's going to be tough. And then November, I believe, 2nd, the Jaguar game, Dub Raider and Raw Nation Official were hosting a watch party at Hermosa Beach at Sharky's. I just got the phone with Dub. He's feeling under the weather right now a little bit. But, yeah, we're going to be hosting a badass event over there. It's Hermosa Beach, November 2nd, a Jaguar game. at Sharky's over there. So everybody, stay tuned. Come on out. We're gonna come out with the flyer here soon. So November's gonna be really tough for me to fly to Colorado. You never know. I mean, it's a Thursday night. Hey, you never know. And I was talking to Jeff earlier, maybe possibly going to that Philly game with you, Jeff. That's in December. So
Mhm.
bring
your warm weather clothes. You're gonna need them. I mean, your cold weather.
Yeah.
You're gonna need them.
Sure.
I'll
So
still be in
December-
shorts and a t-shirt, so it won't matter to me.
Of course. So December is kind of. I got another event I'm planning to go into. Hopefully, with another club out there in December, and then the last game of the season. I do it every year. Me and my wife and my 2 sons. We go to every last game of the season. Don't matter what our record is. Don't matter how the stakes are. So that's our annual trip. So we'll be there versus the Chiefs in Vegas.
So Chad's got a question for you. Hey, Sir Mike, I'll be making the trip from Rhode Island to Vegas next week for the game. So you must be meaning the Tennessee game. Where do you all tailgate at? This is great Raider content. Well, we appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and notification for my channel, for One Raider Jeff, and for Nate LV Raider 10.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you follow Mike at Raw Nation. I put the link up. I'll pop it through again here in the chat real quick. Make sure you get over to his Instagram. Follow him along. That's where you're going to see any of the flyers that go up. And then from that link, you can get to his Facebook page and every other link that they have. It's usually
Raiders against the world.
Right?
It's Raiders against the world. And then you'll see my Raw Nation logo pop up. So it's Raiders _ against the world. IG, TikTok, Facebook, all the platforms. So it's Chad Lawrence.
As far as the Tennessee game, where do you guys tailgate?
I'm supposed to get with Cheeto Linus, and I believe he's gonna have a spot. It's his birthday weekend, so we're still working on that. So Chad Lawrence, follow the page, brother, and then we'll have some info on where we're gonna be tailgating at. I believe we're gonna probably be with Cheeto Linus. Not sure yet, not 100%. But if anything, we'll probably be maybe Jay, maybe like second, third row back. And if anything changes, I'll definitely put it on my page and let everybody know where we're going to be at.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, but just from hearing everybody talk, it seems like when in doubt, if you're going to Vegas for a game, just head to J Lot, because that seems to be the most popular lot for tailgating. With heavy Raider fan concentration is J Lot. So there's a lot of guys that I know personally that I met here when they came up for our game. That go to J Lot and do everything in J Lot. And then I hear you guys talk about it all the time. I hear 805 mention it. So anybody that's listening, if you go to the Raiders games in Vegas and you're looking for a tailgate, just head to J Lot, because that seems to be the most popular right now, until things change or whatever comes up. I know Black Hole's trying to still do something, but that's on hold.
That's what I'm saying. I think Cheeto's the president for the IE Black Hole chapter, so he said they might have the tailgate set up for that game. So we're still not 100% sure, but don't forget November 17th, not J Lot, Lot W. That's going to be Shorty's tailgate and Raw Nation official against the Cowgirls. So that's going to be the lot to be at. That's going to be the tailgate of the year.
And that's the Monday night game too. Don't forget, people.
And Monday night football, exactly. So I mean, like I said.
Nate's going to be there.
I will be there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you come to Lot W, Nate.
He's got those tickets burning a hole in his phone. He can't wait to use them. You go all the way back to Bakersfield with that one.
Yep.
Let's see. What's the chat saying? Arnie's got a question for us. Rams throw for 387 yards against the Colts. Can Geno Smith have a bounce-back game against them? It's not out of the possibility.
I think he can, but I mean, we don't want him to throw 387 yards. We want him to throw 250.
I want Genty doing this.
Exactly.
I want Genty doing this the whole game.
I want Geno to manage the game. 250. 20-something attempts. Give the ball to Genty. Let him do his thing. I think we're better off him. Attempting less passes to get this 387 yards. I mean, it was awesome that he did it in against the Pats week 1. He had a phenomenal game, but I don't see him throwing for that much against the Colts. I just don't. I feel they're going to stick to the run game, what's going to be working, control the clock, control the line, and then some play action and get some big throws down the field. Forget the underneath shit. If it ain't there, man, I seen Tucker, couple guys behind Jacoby that were open. I think he just right away locked in and here you go. Hey, scan the field a little more, get it down.
So shout out to J Lot with the $2 super chat. Says Raider Nation meets here.
For Tucker. I like what I see. Oh, J Lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Raider Nation's everywhere, man. To be honest, Raider Nation's everywhere, But no, J Lot's a spot. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
So does that answer your question, Chad? So when Chad, hit me up, and I'll make sure that anytime I see flyers from Mike when he sends them out, because usually he tags me and everything, and I resend them out too. I'll make sure that you're involved so you know where everything's going to be when you go out there, what's going on for events that weekend too. So between the Black Hole doing events and then events that Cheeto Linus has got set up along with Mike going out there. Nate, you're going out for that one too, right?
For which one again?
For the Tennessee game for Leo's birthday?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think I might be going to the Jaguars instead.
You just probably got booted off the Raider connection then because you're not going to that. Although Jay's not going either, I don't think. So. Yeah. It'll just be me and Leo. I get an excuse. I'm on the other side of the country, so.
I know a lot of people that are going to the Tennessee Titan game. I know so a lot of people that I know, they've been hitting me up on Instagram and stuff. People from New Mexico, my boy Ray's coming out, and some other people that have been hitting me up. Hey, you're gonna be there? I'm gonna be there. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, let's link up. Let's do our thing. Let's MOB it. Let's block it out. And
I absolutely. I said this to you on the phone earlier today. I absolutely love your vision and what you're doing with this. Where you're trying to take this. I see what you're trying to do, and I've seen it work already firsthand in person with what you did here in New England and what you've done at other venues and what you're going to do this weekend too. Because what you're getting involved with this weekend, that's no small feat. That's a big, big thing going on that weekend. There's going to be a shit ton of people there. So it's starting to take a hold. And I said it to you earlier today on the phone that I'm using the whole blackout, the movement of blackouts, where I never heard of that before. I never heard of anybody really calling it like that until I really started working with you and talking with you and seeing what you're putting out there for information. And I'm like, it's clicked in me that I'm doing the same thing. So I'm following your suit. I'm following your path too. So it's catching on. It's definitely catching on. There's no two ways about it. So
for sure.
I commend you and applaud you for doing that because it's we need more like the Black Hole saying thing is the whole unity in the community. We need more of that togetherness. And no reason for us to be fighting with each other from different organizations. Well, I'm Black Hole and you're not. So, or I'm part of Raw and you're not. No. We're all fans of the same damn team. Just suck it up and get along and be miserable together because we're losing and be happy when we're winning.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Nick can tell you firsthand at Soldies, we had like 3 or 4 clubs there, and I made sure I shouted out each club that was there, that was representing, and then Certified Trouble came out and he came and did his thing. He's promoting his new song, and he did the halftime show, and he was telling everybody, get your flags out, get up, and I'm like, everybody get your flags out. That's what it should be. It shouldn't just be based about one organization or one booster club. We're all together, just like the beach event. We had the beach event. There were so many different clubs out there. That was so dope. Seeing
the video from that was amazing.
Yeah, that was sick.
So, that's another thing we already threw out. We already threw out a little flyer, a quick little flyer. I don't know if anybody caught it or not. Nate, I don't know if you caught it yet. But next already, the beach event we already threw a flyer out there. We're making it a 2-day event next year. Ooh. A 2-day event. Saturday is going to be the beach event, and then Sunday we're looking for a venue. We're going to be doing like some type of brunch, blackout, and we're still working on that. We still got some time, but definitely be putting that out sooner than later. And the dates will be July 18th and July 19th of 2026. Boca Chica, MOB, Movement of Blackouts take over again. But this time we're making it a 2-day event because I know some people were like, oh, it's just 1 day, and then people had to drive home. Well, no, now you can. Make sure you stay Sunday and then go home Monday and enjoy the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Jeff can done.
So you're doing a Saturday and a Sunday?
And Saturday and a Sunday. So the beach event will be Saturday. You know, that'll be the annual thing. And then Sunday, we're going to do a takeover. We're still finding the venue or a place. And we're going to do like some type of brunch, lunch, you know, and continue the party, you know, and go from there, you know. For the people that do stay local or don't, you know, you can make it a weekend. You know, people that are coming, you know.
Oh, it definitely sounds like a good time. Like I said, the video I saw was just amazing.
Oh, well, Nate was there. Nate went.
Yep.
And it was dope. Huh, Nate, what did you think, Nate?
Yeah, it was sick. It was crazy how many people were there. Like it seemed like the whole beach was damn near tented up with Raider stuff. So it was sick.
Yeah. And then it's funny, Jeff, because for the past couple of years, they know we're coming. They're like trying to prevent it. They put this sign at when you're driving in, Raider event canceled.
Yeah.
Raider event canceled. Yeah, don't believe that damn sign. You know, it's a public place. I got everybody. We're gonna go. We're gonna block it out.
I wonder how many people actually turned around and left because of that, though.
There were some people that the first timers. Oh, you know what? They call me. Hey, I turned around. You know. It said no. That's why I did a video. I tried to do a video and say, hey, don't believe that sign. It's a bunch of BS. We're here. You know, we try to get there early. You know, a lot of us did get there early. You know, it's just recommended because they do shut it down. They do shut down the parking lot, and you'll be waiting in line for a while.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason
I would make a note of it when you start doing your flyers to mention that if you see signs that event is canceled, don't believe it. The only person that's going to tell you it's canceled is me, meaning you.
Exactly.
You know, put that out there ahead of time so anybody that is coming for the first time don't pull up, see that, and go, all right, I'm going home. You know. So that's the other thing I would do. I would kind of play it like a joke, like do a joke thing with it, like, hey, don't believe this shit. If you got pictures of it from last year with from this year with the sign, of the actual sign itself, use that as part of it and do like a comedy thing and say, this is fake. This is not true.
Fake news, guys. Fake news. So we're getting started already. We got a couple of things lined up. And, you know, last year, like I said, we were pushing to get some permits. You know, we're still going to try to get the stage area and some other spots, but we're definitely working now, you know, ahead of the game and making it a 2-day event. That's going to be super dope too. And that's going to be next year, July 18th and 19th, 2026. So mark your calendars, Jeff. Hope you and Don could come out and join us. I think that would be awesome. I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know,
no offense. I need to get to Vegas first before I go back to LA. I've been to LA before, but that was back in the 80s.
But this is the North. This is the Orange. This is Boca Chica, so it's not it's close to LA.
I need to get to Vegas. That's my big goal is to get to Vegas first. And if I got to sink my money into Vegas, then you know, once I get to Vegas, then all bets are off. Then I'll come out to Cali for like a Bakersfield event or you know the what's the name of the beach?
Boca Chica.
Boca Chica. You know, I'd come out for that, you know, after I do the Vegas thing. You know, I got to do that. If I miss the Vegas thing, like I missed going to Oakland, you know, then I'm screwed. You know, I mean, that means if I'm missing the Vegas thing, that means I'm dead. So, because they ain't going anywhere anytime soon. They're there for the long haul. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, I think I said something earlier about Oakland. You know, I know. I feel it. You know, trust me. I went to Oakland
Willie?
Every year. I went to the game.
Keeps lagging out.
Games in LA when I was a kid, you know. You know, in LA, and then obviously we went to the old Coliseum in Oakland, and they named it something else. They named something else, but you know, so I know, trust me, and you know, I think a lot of Raider fans, you know, the majority of us would love to have the tailgates like it was in Oakland. Would love to black out our stadium, and that's why I started moving to blackout. That's why I started MOB because we still can, guys. We still can, Raider Nation. We can still go black out our stadium, and you know, the winning definitely helps, but you know, Raider Nation always shows up to show out regardless. And most of us know that, you know, but then again, Vegas is a destination spot. So, you know, is it going to take some time? Yeah. But, you know, if we do it together, like the beach event, like keep telling everybody, the beach event, Nate was there and he could be my witness. It was dope. That shit was like, you're like all Raider Nation now. I mean, you're talking miles, bro, like miles. Like, what the hell? We only got like content of like a certain portion. This year, I'm going to have somebody go all the way down, you know, just get all that stuff or try to get everybody more, you know, together. because it was going from like Tower 21, 22, 23,
Well,
all the way down.
Damn, we went to Huntington,
that's
for
what I
real.
was going to suggest, because when I saw the videos, all you saw was, like you standing there looking down this long ass line of the beach, and all it was just, it was like a long string of just canopies all the way down,
Yeah.
and everybody was just all like single form going down the beach instead of kind of grouping into like sections type thing and like all kind of hanging close. Like if you wanted to go to the end, it'd take you 15, 20 minutes to walk down to the other end of the beach to get to where they were, just by what I saw in the video.
Yeah.
And I think it went even beyond that, so it's like, God damn.
Yeah, it was cool. And then, like I said, everybody, it's just one big tailgate. That's what it was. That's what it felt like. One big ass tailgate. Just everybody, and everybody brought their flags and different clubs and different states and different freaking cities. And it was phenomenal, man. And I definitely, was like saying, hey, this was awesome. But that's why I decided let's do it 2-day event, because some people probably can't make it to the beach for whatever reason. But that's what we're doing it now, to mark your calendars. And this way, if you do happen to miss the beach, which you're gonna miss out, you can come Sunday and participate in the other event we're gonna be having Sunday. So just trying to make it badass for Raider Nation, man. To enjoy themselves.
No, definitely. And you know what, I mean, we have a Raider fan presence out here, but obviously you guys have got the majority of the fans out there in California, and so when you put out an event like this, people show up, and they show up in force, Yep. So it's so awesome to see that, and that's why it was so awesome to see how well and how many people came out here for week one, and I'm hoping we repeat that next year, because here's the thing with next year's schedule. Not only are the Raiders coming back here to play the Patriots next year, but we're going to New York to play the Jets too.
Yes.
So there's 2 East Coast trips there, and that's 2 East Coast games that I will definitely, obviously I'm going to be the New England one handling that one, but I will definitely have my hand in whatever's going on with the Jets, because I will be at that game for sure. There's no way I can't. It's a 3-hour ride from here to New York City. There's no way you cannot not go to that game.
It's a no-brainer, Jeff. It's a no-brainer for you on the East Coast. I've never been.
The good thing is there's so much shit to do in New York City too, that the events that we can put on are just going to be ridiculous in New York.
That's 1,000%. And like I said, I've never been to New York, so that's definitely going to be on my calendar. But you guys remember the last time we did play the Jets in New York? What happened? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, we won in Henry Ruggs touchdown to win the game.
Exactly. Carr with that bomb.
Yep. And
and we looked dead in the water. We're like, this game's over. And Carr just came out of nowhere and boom. And that's when we had Ruggs, and Ruggs. We all know what happened. But man, that was a badass catch. And we're like, we walked away with that victory. We're like, yes, So that's gonna be fun to go back to next year for sure. And obviously Boston. Me and Jeff are already talking about what we're going to be doing for next year Boston trip. And like I said, whoever didn't go, you missed out, guys. You missed out, Raider Nation.
I said it earlier before you came on, Mike. I don't know if did you see Nate's video? He did a 20-minute video of his whole trip to New England and the Boston thing. And
you got to tune
make
into
sure
that.
you go to his channel and watch it. Dude, it's an awesome video. So I told him, I said, I want to talk with him. I want to collaborate with him and use some of the footage that he has. And I want to do like a promotional video for next year's game with the footage that he's got from this year. You know, with all the fans together doing the Raiders chants and, doing that stuff and the locations we were at, because if that, I'll tell you what, just watching that 20-minute video, if that doesn't make you want to be out here for that game or pissed that you missed this year's, it's going to want to make you want to come out here for next year's. So I think we can put something really nice together with that and use that as like an infomercial as to, hey, put this game on your schedule this year. And I think we're going to do everything in Boston next year too. I don't think we're going to go. We're going to keep it all in one spot. It'll make it so much easier.
Yeah, it'll just be better in this way. I know people want to fly to Providence soon. That's cool, but I think Boston that's just the way to go. Keep everything one location. One city. There was so much that we seen in Boston for the days we were there. That tall ship was super dope. That was that was awesome. Spot. That was a cool spot.
That's why I hope it's a game. I hope it's early enough, and I hope the one in New England is early in the season again. It doesn't have to be week 1, but earlier in the season when the weather's still good. The New York one, it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, if it's in the colder weather, because of the things that we're going to be able to do around New York City and everything. A lot of it's going to be in and out, in and out. Whereas Boston's a little bit different because we're so much further north. I'd rather that be, because the tall ship won't be open if it's in November or December, because they were right now. I think they're even shut down now.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fair weather location. You know how the weather is how they are, and it's too damn cold now. You know, some of the other things that we'd want to do are going to be outside. So, you know, if it's in the middle of the winter, like a December game in New England, we're going to have to shift gears. I already got a thought too. We work on getting buses. We go to Mount Wachusett, and everybody goes snow tubing for the day up there on the mountain. Or if you want to ski, you go ski on your own. But you know, we can do like a snow tube day.
No, for sure. I mean,
in California freezing their ass off on the snow. It'd be great.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be doing my thing at Scorpion Lounge. Raw Nation official is gonna host a Scorpion Lounge again.
That place was awesome.
You know, we just gotta pick dates and times. What'd you think about it, Jeff? Did you like it?
That place was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah,
absolutely loved it. That would be a great place for like the Saturday night type thing if they can hold that many. It's either that or the Saturday nights at the tall ship if the weather's decent.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's to
we'll
be determined.
To
be determined. You know, that's a big.
Well, we'll definitely figure it out. It's going to be a good trip again. We'll make sure of it. Mike's involved. Yeah. Trust me, it's going to be good. It's not going to be in a freaking VFW hall, you know, with some smoky ass fucking dive bar in the backside. We're going to do it right.
Oh yeah. Raw Nation's going to do it right. We bring that fire, we bring that heat, baby. That's how we do it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. So
we get Leo's ass out there this time too.
I know. Yeah. He I mean, trust me, after we got back and I had so many messages and people are like, man, I miss it. Oh man, this and that. And and I'm like, told you guys, you know, and what was really cool about that Boston trip that people won't experience ever again is the Al Davis Memorial.
Yeah, that was a once and done thing. Yep.
That was one of my highlights for sure. That was super dope. You know, seeing, you know, Al Davis, you know, get his memorial, his name, you know, where he was from, Brockton, you know, that little town right there, and in Boston, and
I owe that all to Nate. I mean, I probably would have found out about it eventually, but it would have been too late. More than likely, he just stumbled upon it. It popped up for him on Instagram, and he reached out to me right away. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, next day I was on the phone with the mayor's office trying to make sure it was legit. That's it. Yeah. We just ran with it. I'm like, thank God.
That was a one time. You won't experience that ever again, Raider Nation. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we did. I got to experience that. That was super dope.
Awesome.
You didn't even see Plunky came out. You know, Plunky
we'll send you pictures and video of what it was like. You just can't be there.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Oh, Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Who's their third string?
So yeah, so what's your feeling? I know you talked about how you felt about the Bears and everything. What do you think about this weekend's game?
We run Genty. We got to control that clock, man, because the Colts are a pretty efficient team. They do what they do best. You know, they stick to their guns, and they got good coaching, man. Their young coaches, you know, definitely have. Who would have thought? Daniel Jones of all people, looking like a NFL quarterback, looking like a baller. You know, coaching goes a long ways. You know, it really shows. You know, he was dead in the water with the Giants. Get him out of here. You know, this and that, and man, he's looking great. He's looking good. You know, that game they lost, they could have easily won it. You know, I think he threw a pick or co-pick. So it's going to be a tough game. We definitely cannot turn the ball over. Gino cannot have any freaking picks. You know, that's one thing. No. Don't force that ball down. You get any picks. If it's going to be, you know, a turnover game. You know, I believe, you know, if we have no turnovers or we even have one and they have two, you know, we're going to win the game. But we need to control the line. Like, we always say that. We got to control that O line, that D line. And I think we have the upper hand, and their running back ain't too shabby too, man. Taylor, that kid can run, man. He's proven.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best running backs in the league right now. I mean, he's no joke. Well, let me ask you guys this. We'll let Nate answer this one first. Nate, are you worried about their wide receivers against our secondary?
The only one that really, gives me some kind of doubt is Michael Pittman Jr. because he's such a tall wide receiver, and our cornerbacks besides Darian Porter aren't very big right now. I think that we should be able to get it under control. Their passing game doesn't really put fear in me. It's really their run game. But the only one that I would say if I had to point somebody out is, of course, Michael Pittman Jr.
So what about – now keep this in mind too. What about their tight end?
I mean, he's definitely, definitely making strides. Like I said, Colts, they've been an up-and-coming team. They've been a sneaky team the last, 4 years, 4 or 5 years. They obviously changed helm a couple of times. They had different coaches, Frank Reich, and then, another coach. And then now this coach is coaching them right now. But yeah, man, we played them, I think 3 or 4. And we've always battled them. They've always been a little thorn in our side, And like I said, it's going to come down to us pressuring. We need to go back to blitzing. We need to get back to the scheme. Forget the freaking zone shit. It just seems like this is week 5 now. We got to switch it up a little bit. We got to, have them thinking more. Daniel Jones, he can get rattled.
Definitely.
He can get rattled. So I think
Mac
that
needs
pressure.
to have the same. Yeah, he needs to have the same type of game he had last week, and in the same fashion. Like, he's got to do it early.
Yes.
He's got to come out of the gates just like he did last week. And let's hope he just keeps that intensity going. I know he looked a little down this week after the game he had and how he played and how the defense played too, to be honest with you, because the defense did a hell of a job this past week. They kind of got overlooked, I think. You didn't hear a lot of people talking.
Oh, they did. I mean, because those interceptions were on our side of the field. I mean, 2 of them. Like, they could have easily had 14, but they only got 3,
we could have got blown out. That game could have been so the other way, big time. We got lucky.
We did.
And my biggest take on this weekend, though, is we've got to stop Taylor, because if we don't stop Jonathan Taylor, then guess what? They're going to own the clock management side of it. They're going to chew up that clock, running the ball on us consistently. If we can't stop him and force them to throw the ball instead so we can get in there and rattle Jones's cage, like you said, that's going to be a big factor. They get the chance where they can own the, time of possession. And that's only going to hurt us, because that means Genty's not going to be able to run like we want him to if we're down and we're losing time because they're chewing up the clock. It's going to force us into passing situations to make up for it quick. And that's where Gino's going to start throwing interceptions again. So it's that catch-22 thing, So we need Genty on the ground. And the only way we're going to be able to keep him on the ground running is if we stop the Colts and Taylor. Taylor's the big one to stop. Definitely, without a doubt.
Yes, that's our game plan. We got to stop Taylor. But you know what, though? Genty ran phenomenal. He had a career game, right? Obviously, in his young career. But we're sleeping on Mostert. He ran good too.
What a huge day.
He ran really good. And I'm glad I'm glad he spelled Genty, and he came in and he was super productive, man. That veteran, I'm glad that, White. I think White's done. I mean, it's Genty and the Mostert show. White had his chance when Jacobs got traded, and he just doesn't have it. Whatever. I think Lobby too, throwing a little mixture of Lobby. Lobby looked better than White to me. He could catch out of the backfield. He's a lot more. Nate left us.
My bad. I had to go to the restroom quick.
Yeah, you're good.
I want to see.
So, no, I mean,
I'm going to bring up I want to look and see what the Raiders have for a depth chart now, because I want to see what
What I did want to bring up today was that Brock Bowers missed practice today, and then Rader said that Crosby also was limited at practice today. So
yeah, I saw him say that.
Going into this weekend for sure.
Well, hey, if Crosby goes down, that means Tyree gets to start. God, we're screwed.
You know what? I like the interior Booker. You know, I think
Booker and Butler together in the middle, they're pretty damn lethal. And then you throw in Lalau in the middle of that. You know, every now and then. I mean, those tackle positions, I think, are a little bit more secure than what we thought they were going to be at this point.
Definitely, especially after missing Christian Wilkins, there was a big question mark.
Yeah, I think they're filling that role nicely. Booker's looking like a steal now because what's his name's on the injured reserve now for the Eagles.
Corian?
Yeah, he only played like a handful of snaps this season. This guy's moved his way up to the starting tackle position. You know, opposite Butler. It's like. We got
to see a little bit of Tyree, man.
Yeah,
number 9. I want to see number 9. I want to see Tyree. You know, have a good game. You know, a couple pressures and possibly a sack. He played well.
I think we all want to see that.
You know, and then Kuntz. You know, Kuntz too. You know, Kuntz is. You're definitely seeing the effects of that injury. You know, he's slow. He's slow. You know, he's not.
He's been invisible. I mean, he finally showed a little bit this past week of, you know, what he's got, but he just still, if I had to make a decision right now as the GM of this team, whether we were going to offer him a contract, if this was the end of the season right now, guess what? I wouldn't be offering him a contract to keep him. Not at this point. You haven't shown me enough. I'm sorry. You know,
there's plenty of good collegiate pass rushers right now too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But you know what, guys, we're missing one big piece. The old line. Colton Miller went down.
Yep. Huge.
What's up?
What up, Miss Angel?
Don't tell me they're starting. Are they starting him?
Stone Forsyth.
Right?
Forsyth be starting tackle. Yep. I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Yeah, see, this still hasn't been updated yet.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, shit, you're better off, you know. I don't know. give him a quarter, and if he doesn't pan out, you're better off.
I'll play.
You know, I mean, what did we drop those linemen for? You know, I mean, shit. You know, I mean, Cam Robinson went to the Browns. We could have went and got him. I'm not saying Cam Robinson's a freaking phenomenal, you know, tackle or all pro or whatever, you know, but he's decent enough to trade for, and the Browns actually jumped on him and they got him. But man, you know, it's gonna be tough. That's Geno's backside. You know, that's Geno's backside.
Yeah.
You know, Miller protected him, and man, that's a big injury. We're not talking about that as much as we should, you know, because that's huge. That's a huge loss. But it's a fracture now, right? Hairline fracture.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it could be possible this season.
So here's the official depth chart that I'm looking at right now. Okay, this was as of October 1st at 1:49 p.m. So yesterday afternoon. So wide receivers are Thornton, Tucker, and Jacoby. Left tackle Forsyth. Left guard Parham. Center Meredith. JPJ at right guard. Glaze at right tackle. Brock Bowers. Geno Smith. Kenny Pickett's backing him up. Running back Ashton Genty. Mosert's his backup. Lobby's number 3. Zamir White's dropped all the way down to the 4th stringer.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. On defense, we got Max Crosby, Butler, Booker, Kuntz, then Pratt, Landon Roberts, Devin White. Stokes is still listed, but he's injured.
Yeah.
So that would be Porter then. Jeremy Chin, Palomal, Kelly, and Darnay Holmes. So, yeah, so Devin White's Zamir White's been moved all the way to the number 4 spot, which is fine with me. I'm absolutely fine.
Mostert looked so good this past weekend, so I want to see a lot more of Mostert as well.
Yeah. We talked about this last night. I said if you had to pick MVPs of this game, it would easily be Max and Genty. Genty probably getting the edge on that, you know, only because he fumbled is maybe the reason why he wouldn't be. But there's even a third guy in the running, and that would have been Mostert. I mean, he was the third best player on the team out of those three starters, if you ask me.
Was.
You know, I mean, Mostert gave that zing. Like, he didn't miss a step when he came in there. You know, he did what Samir White can't do, and that's the thing. He can go through that line, make these subtle little cuts, and he picks up another extra 5 or 6 yards, first down. Next thing you know, you know, it was great. I thought it was great.
Great pickup, but what was wrong with him the first 3 weeks? How come he wasn't?
It was
some kind of personal problem.
Yeah, it was excused absence. I think he just had a kid, so I don't know if it was issues with the child, and it's been kept hush hush, you know, for privacy reasons. Maybe something will come out in the future. Who knows? But you know what? He's back, and he was a huge impact. Unfortunately, it all went for nothing because we ended up losing. You know. But he played his ass off, man. And I'll tell you what, everybody said, "Oh, he's old. He's old." Faster than anybody else out there I saw besides Genty.
Right.
Yep. Winning the
exactly.
ball.
I liked it. I think
he was even faster going. I think he was faster going through the line than Genty looked. You know. Yeah. So
he don't play around. He makes that cut and he's not one of them. Just boom boom and he goes, man. And he's got some power too, you know. He wasn't going down with the first tackle. You know, it took a couple guys to get him down. So that's a 1-2 combo. And if we keep running the ball and then controlling that clock, we have a really good shot, you know, of winning the game and keep Taylor off the field. You know, we got to stop him. Like I said, minimum. You know, he's going to get his. I know Taylor's a really good running back. He's going to get his. But if we minimize him and, you know, don't give him that 100-yard game or those long runs, I think we're going to be in good shape. We should be in good shape, you know, and get 7. We need 7 points. We can't keep selling for the freaking.
Yeah, stop these.
Get a little aggressive, man. You're on the road, you know. If it's 4th on 1, go for it. Shit, what do you got to lose?
Have to.
You know?
You have to. Yeah. Like somebody asked, how come we went for 4th and whatever it was so early in the game? I said, why not? It's 0-0 at that point or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's the time to give it a shot. I mean, so what? If you end up turning over on downs, they score. Well, you're going to get the ball back. You got plenty of time. You know, taking chances like that in the third quarter when you're only up by 7, you know, I can see not doing it. But early in the game, take your chances then. Go for it. Because that could shift the whole game. You get that first down. That gives you momentum now. That puts some oomph into the offense. Like, hey, we can do this. We just got 4th and 5. We got the first down on that. You know, Misguided Angel, he did win FedEx Air and Ground.
Yep.
No, or he run the ground.
Player.
Yeah. You should be taking those chances. You should. Yeah. You should be like, hey, we're at home. We got the crowd. You know. Yeah. So look for Pete. Hopefully to step up this week and coach a little bit better. And I think take some chances because you're on the road. You know, your back's against the wall, man. We're 1-3, and we, you know, this, like I said, we're on life support. You know, we're on the oxygen tanks ready there. You know, shit. Yeah. But you know, it's still but you know, just one win could change the whole season around, and you know, it's looking bright for the Titan game. You know, they're 0-4. You know, Cam Ward, you know, he's having a tough season, man. He's having a rough go around, and this.
Shit. Who do they have? I don't think it's somebody good.
They got Arizona in Arizona.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a loss for them. They'll be 0-5 by the time they get to us. They'll be so deflated.
Yeah, but you know, I remember when the draft came. I was talking to my sons and some people that I knew and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, man, I go the ideal draft, right? We did well in the draft. Don't get me wrong. You know, Spytek did his thing. The ideal draft for me would have been obviously Genty, which I love the pick, was to move up and get Jackson Dart. That would have been, I'm telling you, that would. I was calling it because
that's what I wanted.
I mean, why didn't we?
Did.
You know, I mean, we could have. You know, I mean, that's JPJ's guy in high school. That would have been. You know, he said it. Hey, Jackson Dart, you know, reunion. I mean, we had the resources to do it, and I don't think. And it's what's shocking to me is Lane Kiffin knows Pete Carroll, right? And before we made the trade with Geno, you know, even if we did, we still could have got Jackson Dart. You know, I'm just saying, you know, and it's still early. Okay, he won his first game. He didn't look great, but he made some great decisions. So, you know, that's history. But, man, you know, that would have been oh man, what a freaking dope. You know, they have Jackson Dart. But, you know, time will tell. You know, it's still early in his career, but I'm still happy with getting Genty. You know, people are like, oh, you know, we should have got an O-line. We should. Genty's going to be phenomenal. He's going to be great for us for a lot of years. And let him run. Chip Kelly, quit messing with his stance. They don't beat the boogie now.
O-line needs to be our main concern in the offseason. No two ways about it. But as far as Dart goes, now I didn't know much about him going into the season last year, into the college. But Nate's a huge college kid. You know, he loves watching the college game and everything. And Dart used to play for USC, right?
Yep.
And that's where I finally started hearing about him from Nate. So I started paying attention to him. Nate was the first one that brought it to my attention. And Nate was the first one that I saw out of anybody that does any of this content stuff that was pushing for him. And everybody was saying, you're crazy, you're crazy. And as the season went on and we got closer and closer to the end of the season, and we saw that, you know, the quarterback rankings were pretty much going Cam Miller, Shador, and then Dart was the next one. And he made the comment, he goes, Dart's going to surpass Shador. He's going to get picked before him. Cam Ward was definitely going to be the number one pick.
Yeah.
And he was calling it. So I'm giving him all the credit in the world for calling that out. And I was on his side because I saw enough from what I saw from that kid that we should have taken him. We definitely should have taken him. That would have been and we could have done it still if we would have played our cards right and moved around in that first round. Still could have done it. Could have gotten an offensive lineman. We could have gotten a quarterback.
He paid for Ole Miss. He paid for Ole Miss. Jackson Dart paid for Ole Miss under Lane Kiffin. But still, like I said, that's a pro-style offense Lane Kiffin was running already. You know, and that Ole Miss, you know, the SEC, man. I mean, that's a tough, you know, division right there, you know. And he look, I'm telling you, I told a bunch of my buddies and my sons, and I told them, check out Jackson Dart. Like, who's that? I go check him out. I was following him when he first started, and he has intangibles. He has the footwork.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of like a little Josh Allen-ish a little bit, you know?
Yep.
Just not as big. Yeah, but you know, he's got it, man. But you know, good for them, and you know, it's you know, it is what it is, and you know, we got Geno, and you know, if he just manages the game, I think we could get this W, and you know, and the defense just do what they've been doing. You know, they've been on the field a long time. But yeah, I hear you guys. But hey, guys, I gotta go. Thanks again, Jeff. Much love, much appreciated.
No problem, brother.
Always a pleasure, brother. You guys follow these guys. You know, follow Jeff. If you don't follow him, New England Black Hole Chapter President. Follow Nate. I'll be, you know, Raider 10. So, hey, much love to you guys. Wherever you're gonna be at, Raider Nation. Support your local booster club. Support your clubs. Support your organization. Support Raider Nation. You know, there's gonna be a lot of watch parties. But hey, I'm gonna be in Rosarito. So there's still time to go, guys. So Raider Nation's gonna be down there.
Yeah, make sure you guys check him out, and I put the link back up there again for his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm posting mine too.
Hey, have a good time down there and enjoy. And make sure everybody, if you are checking in and watching, make sure you also go to Leo's channel, Cheeto Linus. He's going live with MC Raider there that day. Mike will probably be on camera with them, talking with them too, I'm sure, more than likely. And you'll be able to see what's actually going on firsthand while they're live during all that. So make sure you guys check in with that. You know, go to his Instagram page and check that out. Hit all the links that he's got there for his website, his Facebook, and keep a lookout for the MOB, Movement of Blackouts. That's his signature thing. Raiders against the world.
MOB, baby.
MOB.
Appreciate it, guys. Much love, Raider Nation. There you go, Jeff. MOB. All right, guys. Peace, love, and respect.
Take care, brother. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it again. Have a good one.
No problem, man. Later.
Okay. Later.
Dude, he's so awesome, man.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
From dealing with him from day one, man, just another guy that just the friendships I've gotten out of doing this and being involved in this, and wouldn't ask for anything better. You know,
oh, hell yeah. He's super cool.
Dude. And Leo warned me about him. He says, wait till you first talk to him. He goes, he's a ball of energy. He goes, you're going to have a hard time keeping up with him when he goes out there to New England. And my God, when I first met him that night, I was like, that first day, I'm like, holy shit, Leo wasn't kidding. It's like, even the phone calls I had, and I had a lot of phone calls with him prior to them coming out here.
Right.
Like, holy crap. Yeah, he's such and his wife, man. Oh, she's a sweetheart too.
Oh yeah.
You know? And Mr. Silva. Did you get to meet Mr. Silva?
I'm not sure.
Their dog?
Maybe.
They brought their dog with them.
Oh no, I didn't. I did not get to meet him though.
The night after the game, when we all finally went back to the hotel in Boston, and she went up to the room, and then she came back down, and she had one of those sling bags in front of her, like you would put a baby. All of a sudden, she's talking, and all of a sudden, they see this little fur head pop out. I'm like, what the hell? Goes, oh, that's Mr. Silva. I'm like, you brought your dog all the way out here? She goes, yeah, he's been here with us the whole weekend. So I was like, damn, he's so cute though. He was such a good little dog.
That's funny.
Well, he was just young. He's still a puppy, so they didn't want to leave him home alone during all that time, so they brought him with them. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
That's awesome. But so what have you actually, like, I guess a final thought at this point? We're at an hour and 20 minutes in. What do you want to see the most? Hey, Sonia, how you doing tonight? What do you want to see the most from this game, or what are you expecting, I should say?
What I'm expecting to see is a low-scoring game, honestly. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because both teams are going to want to try and establish a run. I think that the Colts play a really clock management-heavy kind of game. And I'm hoping that the Raiders do kind of the same because, like I said, on Wednesday, we got to take advantage of the possessions that we're given because the Colts have been going out there on offense, running the ball, running the clock down, keeping a lot of possession of the ball, and then scoring touchdowns. That's exactly what we need to do because we can't go out there and go score 3 because we're not going to be able to catch up. We're going to have to try and depend on Geno, and, every time we've tried to do that, he's not been great except for New England. So I'm hoping that we can kind of match whatever they're doing offensively by running the ball, running Genty. Hopefully we're a little bit more creative on the plays because I'm tired of seeing just the downhill right through the middle, through the A-gaps. Like, that hasn't been working. So I'm hoping that...
You mean like we did towards the end of the game Sunday?
Like the third down prior to the field goal attempt? Yeah, exactly like that, where that just does not work. But that's what I'm really expecting to see. I think I'm going to be a little bit more observant on the defensive side of the ball because I want to see how the Raiders' defensive front really reacts to having a really good offensive line in front of them. I think this is probably the best offensive line we've seen yet. I guess you might say the Chargers. Yeah. You could probably say the Chargers, but the Colts are definitely up there as one of the better ones in the league.
And that was the Chargers without
Rashawn Slater.
Thank you. Without Slater, and with Alt moved to the other side too.
Yeah,
playing out of his normal position. So, yeah, this is definitely, I think, the best offensive line we're going to go up against with our defense for sure.
Yeah, and if we can get sustained pressure onto Daniel Jones, I think we have a great chance to possibly rattle him. And once he gets off platform and out of rhythm, that he gets turned into New York Giants Daniel Jones. So that's what I really want to see on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we need to mirror last week's game with the way we started with our defense and just keep it going throughout the whole game. But let's call a spade here. Our offensive line is the absolute weakest link right now.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. And mainly because now with Colton Miller out probably for quite a few weeks now, we have to bring in Stone Forsythe to play the left tackle position, which that's a huge weakness. We already had a weakness on the left side with Parham at left guard. So now you've got two of your weakest offensive linemen playing on the same side, which is supposed to be a strong side because you got a right-handed quarterback. All right?
Yep.
So Geno's blind side is extremely vulnerable going into this weekend. And if the Colts are smart in the way they defensively scheme against us, they're going to tee off on those two. Without a doubt, they're going to tee off on them. And if Geno does not have pocket presence and realize that the line's crashing in on him from the left side, from his blind side, he's going to get taken off in a stretcher in this game. If he doesn't have that pocket presence and being able to get the hell out of there before he gets literally destroyed and killed, because he's going to get crushed.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, now I mentioned this last night, and I'm saying it again now because there are some different people in the chat now too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some other move made that's not going to come out right away, and that is possibly moving JPJ to left guard, so you strengthen that left side up a little bit and put him on the right. Or we run most of our run plays off the right side, which is going to be our strong side, with JPJ on the right at guard and Glaze at right tackle. Now, granted, we've had some issues with Glaze this season, not playing up to par and kind of in that sophomore slump. But I still think he's strong enough and good enough paired up with JPJ where they can still hold down that right side of the line and make things happen.
Yeah.
We got to keep getting Genty outside the tackles into open space where he can use his ability in open field to do what he does and does best. And keep Moser, just like we used him last week, is that offset, change of pace back. Because when he comes in, you don't know whether we're going to run or pass it. You know, Let's face it, when Zamir White comes out on the field or would come out on the field, you knew we were passing because he was a better pass blocker. With Moser, you're keeping your defense honest now because they have to play the pass and they have to play the run because they know he can run the ball. We just proved it last week that he can run the ball on limited carries, and he still had 60-something yards. So that in itself, is going to help our offensive line, And then the other thing is our wide receivers have got to get separation. They got to be able to get separation from the cover so Geno can get the ball to him. And I still say Brock Bowers, if he plays, he has to be the X factor. We need to get him back involved heavily like we did last season. And I know he's been hindered with the knee issue. And now there's reports today again that the knee's been re-injured. So what Brock are we getting this week? Are we getting – and this is going to really suck because Michael Mayer's already out. And now there's a possibility where Brock's not at 100%. So now we're down technically 2 full tight ends at this point. We're going to get maybe a half-speed Brock, which we saw on that Monday night wasn't a good Brock.
Right.
Unfortunately, because he was very timid. So this game has so many different levels to how well we can do or how well or how bad we can go.
Yep.
And it's all on the offense. All on the offense. 100%.
That's why I'm thinking that this came at the perfect time for Jack Bech to really step in and, earn that second round selection, honestly, because we have not seen him at all. And now that we're finally going to get some more reps out of him, I think it's only going to be that much better to really have him prove that we selected him at a good position at second round. And then, for him to give the opportunity to to Geno Smith really and our receiving core who's been struggling to get separation, which he's done really well in college. So that's what I'm hoping to see.
What's up, Anthony? The Predators in the house.
What up, Predator?
Rorschach, what's going on, man? How you doing? What we need is another free agency class and another draft class. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Yeah,
I can kind of agree with that.
Can we do a mid-season draft?
It might really come down to that.
He's out of college right now. Who cares? Get your ass over here. Somebody mentioned it. Where was it? I got to go back. Shit. I want to bring it up because here it is. Misguided Angel said it. Pete said the vet's starting at tackle, but Rodgers will eventually get a chance. Well, Rodgers is the guard, so then he must be talking about Grant at left tackle, which is I've already said I would not have a problem. Listen, we've got Parham out there already. We all know his situation. We've got Stone Forsythe coming in to play the left tackle. How much worse could it be if one or both of those 2 rookies came out there and played, knowing that their job is so important for this game to protect the blind side of Geno Smith that you don't think that they might play their ass off knowing that they're rookies and this is their chance to shine? Why not give them that shot? What do you got to lose?
Because they're
Seriously.
unproven. The season, I think it could go down. The season is not over yet.
No, it's
Albeit
not.
that we're only won one game and it's still really early in the season. This is another game where if we can win this game, get out of here with the win, it turns our whole demeanor, and this is the lightest part of our season from this game going a little bit forward until like the Jags, really, because the Chiefs aren't great. They're starting to click a little bit.
They're back. I think they're back, and they're still down one wide receiver yet too.
Yep. So we'll see, honestly. And the Red Sox just lost.
Did they?
Yeah.
What was the final?
4-0.
Ugh. So they're out. Damn it. Fuck. I hate the Yankees. I'm not even really like a Red Sox fan. Like, I'll cheer for them only because that was my grandfather's team. So I want to see them win. But, man, I don't like the Yankees at all. I've always hated the Yankees. Yeah, Rorschach's right, too. Everything we didn't expect to go wrong has gone wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Everybody expected Genty to come out of the gates rushing for like hundreds of yards each game. Gino to be slinging the ball all over the place. Brock Bowers to be just as good. The offensive line to be gelled. And the defense to just be fucking lights out. And everything's going to shit in a handbasket right away.
Legitimately.
Brock gets hurt. So he's not 100%. Michael Mayer goes down now for a little while. Colton Miller's out for a few weeks. Jacoby's throwing.
He's done for the season.
Yeah. Gino's throwing interceptions.
Bad
The offensive line can't block to give Genty the time to run or Gino the time to protect Gino. The defense secondary was weak for a while, but now they're kind of a little bit stronger. Our linebackers were supposed to be questionable. Our linebacker core has, I think, been playing out of their goddamn mind. I think these guys they're way better than what we were last year. Absolutely. Way better. A defensive front, yeah. Max has had his games. Max hasn't had his games. Butler's stepping in and doing his job. Booker coming in as that trade has been huge for us.
Yeah, he's been very good.
He's now a starter. I think the kid's great. That just goes to show you how deep the Eagles are, man. This guy was buried as a third stringer on their defense. He comes to us. He's so good that he's starting over somebody that was already slated to start for us, and that was Lalau. So how good is this? This guy's that good, Yeah. So, we won that trade because what's his face is
Brian Bennett, yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? So, everything's gone wrong. Even the kicking game's not 100%. Or special teams. Sorry, not the kicking game. Special teams a little sus. My coverage is horrible.
Yeah. There's been a couple times it's like, damn, are they going to take this back?
Yeah. Well, the one thing that sucks is every time that somebody runs one back, it fucks up Cole's average, too.
Yeah.
It's fuck, man. So Rorschach, the only thing we can do is relax and just watch football games and not worry what we really do. Yeah, true. I mean, because ain't nothing we say is going to change anything. So we're stuck with. In my pick'ems, leave on picking Colts. See, I never pick against the Raiders, regardless. I don't care if we're 0-16 and going into our last game playing against an undefeated Chiefs team. I still would pick the Raiders because you know why? Because out of everybody else in my pick'em league, they never pick the Raiders. So that would be that one time that I would get a one-up on people. Yeah, when I get a win for the Raiders. Do we trade someone for some O-line help? And if so, who? I don't know who. I really don't.
Even if we had somebody available to trade, no one is available in the market to trade for as of right now. Because no one mid-season is going to trade one of their starting offensive linemen. That's just not,
especially a left tackle, because that would be the primary thing. Would be a left tackle. Until Sunday's game, left tackle wasn't the issue; it was left guard.
Yeah, and now it would be a little bit easier to try to find, but now left tackle is tough. That is hard to find.
That's like trying to find a starting quarterback in the middle of the season from another team, like a legit starting quarterback. like
Yeah.
us trading for like Josh Allen type of thing, you know,
Right.
to get a left tackle, a tackle that we can start right away, that basically a starter somewhere else. Ain't nobody going to part with a left tackle. It's too valuable in this league.
Nope.
That's why they're always one of the highest paid on an offensive line, and sometimes one of the higher paid guys on the team.
Mm-hmm.
That for a reason. Accelerator Raiders 112, Colts 15. That'd be beautiful. I
That'd
would
be
love
awesome.
every minute, because that means Genty got like 8 touchdowns,
Right.
you know. And I got Genty in one league, so that would be great. But I'm playing against him in 2 others this weekend, so that wouldn't be great. Jeff, I tried to start my Hobo Raider channel today, but the system wouldn't let me buy premium. I got an intro video ready to go. Hit me up tomorrow during the day. I'll talk to you. Let me see if there's something I can help you with there, because I may have a plan for you, and I got you. We've drafted a running back at 6 overall. Yeah, and I still say that was the biggest mistake, but we saw shades of what we expected from him on Sunday, which is the good thing. Which means he's not a bust. I never said he was a bust, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because even the 3 games prior, he still had decent numbers. It's just the O-line was just that bad.
Yeah, the offensive line was terrible.
Yeah. You know, this week it obviously changed up a little bit. They got him. First of all, he changed his stance, and I think that was a huge factor. Gino was back under center a lot more this past game. So that gave Genty a head of steam to hand the ball off to him. He's already in the running motion, whereas they're standing in shotgun and Genty's standing next to him. You're giving him the ball, and he's going to take off from a dead start, and now he's got to figure out which way he's going to. Yeah, it's just, you know.
Yep.
Like I said, we'll beat the Colts, lose to the Titans. That's the right away, and thanks, Jeff. Yeah. Reach out to me tomorrow, and I definitely got an idea that we can do. And yeah, he's not a lineman. Yeah, I wanted an offensive lineman. I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people did, but it is what it is, and that's what we're stuck with. Nate, what do you got coming up? Do you want to pop out there? Anything?
Yeah, tomorrow I'll have the preview out for the Colts and Raiders game, and then that will be it for the preview coming up. For the game, and then obviously the reactions to the game Monday or Tuesday. I normally been doing them on Tuesday, so probably on Tuesday. The reactions for the Colts Raiders. So hopefully they're good reactions, but because recently they have not been. So
no. Fuck, I wanted to say something to you too before we. Oh, what was your prediction on the score? That's what I wanted to ask you.
Oh, it was 21-17 or 21-14, something like that.
Us, I take it.
I had the Colts winning actually.
All right. I'm still doing what I've been doing. I'm still going with giving us a 30 and them 21. Because we've got it in us. We can score 30 points. We're eventually going to do it. We were close. Hey, one more touchdown on Sunday, and we would have been at 30 points. Without
the dropped pass by Dante Thornton Jr.
Yeah, that too. Well, that's why I still can't blame Carlson. No, anybody that blamed Carlson for Sunday is just they're not watching football.
Yeah,
you can't blame the kicker for that.
You can't.
That's up front with the
bad
blocking.
Protection. Yeah.
And that's actually, if anything, that's the long snapper's fault for being, telegraphed.
Getting the tell, yeah.
It's a good thing we have the greatest lineman of all time stepping up and Mr. Stoneforce. Yeah, God damn it. Predator says, Nate, we need to run it in Madden.
That'd be dope.
Ardell says Colts 25-20. Dixon is 41-24 Colts. Wow.
Damn.
Fred, all right, there's my guy. He's with me. He's staying
24-17.
positive. 24-17 Raiders. Accelerator says my real score is 23-20 Raiders win. Okay.
Close. So they're all close.
I've been saying 30-21 for the last 3 weeks. Because I don't think we did a prediction for the Raiders-Patriots game.
I don't think we did either. I don't remember it at least.
No. But tomorrow night, Friday Night Live is back on as usual. Be myself and Chris Raiders an open mic night. Anybody that can come in and wants to come in, more than welcome. That'll be tomorrow night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific. Are you going to be around this weekend?
This weekend, yes. Finally, the Angels are out. The Padres are out. Nothing else is going
so
on.
Baseball's over. Okay,
yeah.
great. So yeah, if you're going to be around, man, I'll send you the link ahead of time, like I do for you guys.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we have the Raiders Last Call podcast with myself, Chris Raiders, and Jason Downs. 3 of us will be on Saturday night discussing Sunday's game, and not the Bears game, but the Colts game, the preview. I think we beat the shit out of that Bear game, literally.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah. And then Monday we'll have Monday morning quarterback with myself and Chris Raiders with the review of Sunday's game with the Colts. So Let's see. What does he say here? Jeff, you could be Black Hole Strowman as Raiders character since you look like Braun Strowman. I don't even know who that is. Is that a wrestler?
I have no clue.
I have no idea who that is. I'm too lazy to type it in and look.
Retired American professional wrestler and strongman.
Is there a picture?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, share it down below. I'll pop it up on screen.
Maybe this one.
He said, yeah, he's a wrestler. Strowman? How do you say it? Strowman? Strowman. Yeah. What do we got?
Can you see?
Yeah. Oh, that means I got to grow hair on my head. No. I've been bald since 1997. I've shaved my head then, and I'm not growing it back now. Nope. Keep doing that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's him.
Huh. Yeah, I guess. He's definitely not the same physical shape I'm in. It's got me beat there. He's more of like a chiseled type look. I'm more of like a blob. Blob with feet. Let's get that off the screen. There we go. So just another quick shout out here for my guys that sent me some stuff today. As anybody saw my show, I had a mail call Thursday today. So anybody wants to send me anything, hit me up with a PM and I'll give you my address. So I appreciate getting stuff. I did order from Silver and Black Coffee, and Max sent me this also. So I got not only did I order the coffee the other day, but he goes, "Oh, I'm sending you something else too." So he sent me a thank you letter. I got that hanging up on the wall over there. And this came the same time in the mail as the coffee did, in a separate separate envelope. And then he sent me the 2 stickers. And I've already tried the coffee. It's freaking good, man. I like it. And that's another sticker. I like this one. That one's pretty cool.
That is sick.
And then Tony, my guy from Spokane, chapter president up there, sent a sticker from his chapter. And I got a patch too.
That's sick. That one's sick.
Yeah. It's thick as hell, man. It's I mean, look, I can't even bend it. Look at the difference between his and ours. I kept the cost down on ours too, so because it was our first run. So you see how, watch this. This is mine. If I do that to his, I'm gonna crease it. And I don't want this, you know what I mean? It's got that real thick backing on it. You know, mine is just like, which is why I notice when it's on my vest, whenever I move and it crinkles up and folds over. That ain't gonna happen with this one. This is a stiff ass patch. But yeah, I gotta add some patches now. I got a bunch. I did put the Predator one on though as soon as I got it. And it was the first batch of patches that I put on my jacket. On my vest. So let's see. Guys, Los Rudos 9:15 having a Halloween party. El Paso. I'll be sharing the flies. Yeah, definitely send it to me on Instagram, man, and I'll put that out. I'll put that out on Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram. I'll put it on TikTok. I will send it anywhere and everywhere. I'm like the promotion guy now. I kind of like it. I don't mind it. And somebody sends me something, boom, I just resend it right back out.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of people just give you the thumbs up or the heart and then just don't do anything with it. It's like especially when it's like flyers for like events.
Yeah.
You know. Oh shit! That reminds me. Good thing. Oh damn it. Hang on. I want to do this before we get off. God damn it! I totally forgot about doing this. So let's start with this. So nope, not that one. That was the wrong one. My bad. Okay, here we go. Let's start with this one. Ding. All right. So, as everybody knows, we're playing the Colts this weekend in Indianapolis. There has been some events put together by the Black Hole chapter, Steel Valley, out of Ohio, which is Keith Doherty, better known as also Yo Raider on Instagram, Facebook. He was here in New England for the Raiders-Patriots game. Got to meet him for the first time in person. So wicked cool dude. So I've been working with him and helping put stuff together. And Jay Jackson has helped out with that too, with the Navajo on the Joe on the Go. So we have a whole weekend set up of things that are going to be going on. Yes, I got the patch over here too. I got to get that. That's another one I got to add to my jacket.
I just have a ton of stickers from Boston. Literally a ton of them.
Dude, these are all, look at this. This is all patches that were given to me that weekend.
Oh yeah, my patches are over here too.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that were given to me over the weekend and 2 that I just got today. So I got 8 patches to put on. The downside is the lady I go to put the patches on my vest, it's $10 a patch.
That'll add up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right here alone is $80.
Yeah.
To go and put these on. It's like, damn, man. Oh yeah, that stuff is awesome. That coffee was so good. And that was the pumpkin one too. And I'm not a pumpkin person at all when it comes to coffee. And it was pretty damn good. All right. So here's the Friday night event. So it's a meet and greet in Indy tomorrow night at Nikki Blaine's. It's a cocktail lounge and cigars. They're at 20 North Meriden Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204. That's their phone number, 317-638-5588. There's a $5 cover to get in the door. They do have a full food menu. They've obviously got cigars there too. So if you go to their website, which is nikkiblaine.com, you'll see the cigars that they offer. You'll see what the food items are. You do need to set a reservation. So I would call today. They may not be open still. I don't know what their hours are. If not, call first thing tomorrow. Make sure you get a reservation for a table or however they do it there. But it starts at 8:00 Friday night until whenever they close. So definitely want to check that out. And the other event, do we want that one or do I want? Which one do I want? Hang on. I got to make sure I got the right one first because I got 2 of them here. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. And Saturday night party, Raiders party, TBH Steel Valley Chapter Indy Blackout event. Saturday, October 4th, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Modelo will be served. Let's show Indy how we roll. Contact Keith, your Raider. Please reach out with any questions. It's going to be at the Slippery Noodle. That's the address. 372. I keep saying Slippery Nipple when I was talking to Keith the other day.
Like the shot.
Yeah. 372 South Meriden Street in Indianapolis. It's the oldest bar in Indianapolis.
Really?
Yeah, it's a nice looking place. I guess they've reserved the whole outdoor area.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they were going to give them. If you go to my Facebook, anybody, obviously it's Jeff LaFontaine on Facebook. You'll see there's an event. I did make an event for it. Oh, I'm sorry. Keith made the event. He added me as a host, and I've been sharing it around because they need to know exactly or roughly as many as possible that are going so that they have a proper head count so that they're fully staffed the right way for everybody that's going to be there. So that is definitely the Saturday night gathering for Raider Nation. If anybody's looking for something to do on Saturday night while you're in Indianapolis, don't miss it. It's going to be, you know how it is when Raider Nation does anything, man. We don't make it. We make it fun, entertaining, and do the best we can, especially on limited notice. I mean, this was all stuff that was put together from Tuesday on. So that's how quick this shit all came together.
Can you send these to me too? Because I think my homie's gonna go down from Ohio to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Instagram in a sec. Yep, definitely. What it was Jay Jackson set up the cigar thing. Keith took care of the Saturday night stuff, and then I did all the research I could on finding tailgate locations. But I made all the banners for him to get it out there. So I made all these, and I just been pumping them out. I'll resend them all again tonight, just to make sure everybody's still aware of it. And then I took care of finding tailgate. The only thing I could find for the tailgate, there's two different options. I will say that there's one that is extremely stupid expensive. This is the one you want to go to. So Raiders versus Colts, touchdown town tailgate. Location is Lucas Oil Stadium. It's literally right on the lot. What to expect? They got live music, entertainment, drumline, cheerleaders, etc. Pre-game radio shows and giveaways. They got the Play 60 zone and 40-yard dash for kids.
Oh, it's sick.
First 2,000 fans inside receive a free Touchdown Town koozie. Now, Touchdown Town is actually something that's put on by the Indianapolis Colts. So it's sponsored by them. It's all Colts themed, but it's family friendly. It's fan friendly. It's open to the public. It's free to get into. There's no charge. It starts 3 hours before kickoff. So it's free to the public. No ticket needed to enter the Touchdown Town. It's cashless, so you need a card or a mobile to pay. That's preferred. And then they've got east and west entrances on South Street. And they've got the beers. I know it's not Modelo, people, but it's they got like $3 Bud Lights.
Oh, dope.
They've got food options in there. So it's a low cost, fun environment, safe environment. Especially when you're out of town, you don't know what's good around there. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be Raider fans in the parking lot, but nobody's advertising that they're running anything. So it's kind of like the best thing we could find. The other thing they have out there is they have one of these VIP tailgates, but it's and it's sponsored by the Colts again, but it's put on by a private organization that does this at all NFL stadiums. And Keith Will told me that they went to that place when they were in Indy last year for a tailgate. It's stupid expensive. It's like $160 per person, but it's all inclusive.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's only open for like 4 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it includes all your drinks, all the food, for that $150 or $160. I mean, if you can afford it, then I guess it works. But you know, you can remember people are traveling, they don't want to spend a shit ton of money. This is perfect. It's free, it's there. You know, you can't beat it. So, but that's the events for this weekend. And then next weekend we're back home again. So we'll let me send these to you right now while I'm thinking of it. There we go. And send. Boom. All right, you got them all.
But thank you.
On your Instagram. No problem. So that's it for this weekend. So I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Make sure you guys check in tomorrow night for Friday Night Live. And we'll see you all then. And as I always say, stay safe and go Raiders.